What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel. We just dropped a Madden 20 predicts the 2020 NFL free agency period, and like 10 minutes later, because it is the legal tampering period where you can kind of officially sign guys unofficially, and then I think on Wednesday or something like that's when it goes through, and we start with something, a player I wasn't really expecting to make it. Like, we're not going to make, years past, we almost made videos on every single guy. I wasn't really expecting to make a video on this guy signing anyways, but it apparently reset the market and it's going to be a record-breaking deal for a tight end. The Cleveland Browns have made a move to sign tight end Austin Hooper, formerly of the Atlanta Falcons, and we need to try and make some sense out of this because you have a team in the Cleveland Browns that drafted a very high upside tight end in David Njoku out of Miami in 2017, and he's a guy that's, outside of last year where he was banged up and hurt and only played in 4 games, he looked promising. I mean, in 2017, for a rookie, 32 catches, almost 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. 2018, 56 catches, 600 yards, 4 touchdowns. You would figure last year was a one-off, and he could definitely continue to grow and develop. He's only 23. And then out of nowhere, they signed Austin Hooper, who last year had 75 catches, almost 800 yards, and 6 touchdowns with the Atlanta Falcons. For his career, 214 receptions, over 2,000 yards, and 16 total touchdowns. The thing of note, 77% catch percentage. Does not drop a lot of balls. Austin Hooper, another one of those Stanford tight ends, the pipeline. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them are elite. I think Hooper is definitely in the good category. Obviously the elite, you look towards my Philadelphia Eagles and Zach Ertz. But both Zach Ertz and Austin Hooper, they share one more similarity outside of being from Stanford, is they both have very high catch percentages. And when you look at David Njoku, while he has looked promising, while he does definitely still have a lot of upside, his career catching percentage is around 59%, which is not good. Means he drops a lot of balls. His best was in 2018, which he had a 63% catch rate. But when you compare that to Austin Hooper, let's look at this. I guarantee Austin Hooper's lowest year is probably 75, 74. His lowest year is actually 70 as a rookie. So he is a sure-handed tight end. And how do we make sense of this? I just think more so from the Cleveland Browns standpoint, probably a bigger needs, more pressing needs than bringing another tight end. I think I would gamble that Njoku can kind of, rectify the drop issue and you continue to grow and develop him. And then you spend that money, record-breaking money, to sign Austin Hooper, and you look at improving the offensive line. You look at improving the secondary. You look at revamping that linebacking core. But they made a sign here, Austin Hooper. There's reports, too, that, the 49ers were potentially looking at bringing in Austin Hooper. So I guess a lot of teams are looking for 2 tight end sets. Again, I don't want to make all these videos in reference back to the Eagles, but last year the Philadelphia Eagles used 2 tight ends more than anybody in the league. That was more because of a need, a necessity, because we had no wide receivers, but it is something that definitely works in today's NFL. Philadelphia operating with Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert, and I guess someone like the Cleveland Browns are going to hope that they're probably going to, they're not giving up on David Njoku, right? So they're going to hope that Austin Hooper and David Njoku can both be on the field at the same time. Hooper, a little bit more traditional of tight end, not an elite athlete, where you look at someone like Njoku, I guess you could view him almost as a big wide receiver in a way. Like, you could probably flex Njoku out into the slot, have him as a big slot, even though when you're the Browns, you got Jarvis Landry there. I mean, there could be more trades coming for the Cleveland Browns, but I will just say, ultimately, it is a surprising move. It was one of those things where the Browns got Austin Hooper a little bit later as a bargain guy or at that strong value. I could be like, yeah, all right, they're just adding more depth at the tight end position and getting a guy that is really good at what their young former first-round tight end isn't, which is catching the ball effectively and efficiently, but giving him top-tier money when you still have a first-round asset in Njoku on the roster, I mean, that just spells new regime. The Cleveland Browns just brought over Andrew Berry from the Philadelphia Eagles to get another mind in that front office. And obviously, maybe he's a guy that evaluated Njoku and said he's not going to be the answer. Maybe Njoku's going to be on the trade block. I don't know. But what we can assume is that Austin Hooper is going to be tight end 1 for the Cleveland Browns next season. Another weapon for Baker Mayfield to go along with, as of now. Like I said, a new regime. They could be looking to dump contracts yet again, which I know a lot of Cleveland Brown fans don't want to see because they've been going through that transition period for, it feels like, the last 5 years. But Austin Hooper, Njoku, Jarvis Landry, you got Odell Beckham. You're probably going to lose Hollywood Higgins in free agency. Obviously, Antonio Callaway didn't work out. But still, with those 4 guys, that is going to be their wide receivers. That is going to be the depth chart at their skill positions. Going to be pretty damn good. You throw in Nick Chubb back there, who was phenomenal behind a very bad offensive line. If the Browns can find a way to rectify said offensive line, really, you got Batonio, Tretter's solid. The interior is not bad. The tackles, I thought, never bought the Browns last year as a legitimate Super Bowl or even really playoff threat because I thought easily they had the 2 worst starting tackles in the National Football League. They can rectify that. I mean, again, it's going to be more people buying into the hype of the Cleveland Browns this offseason. What if they can do this? What if they can do that? Maybe this is the year they finally put it all together. And getting a guy like Austin Hooper trying to remove the stank of that sophomore slump for Baker Mayfield, a guy that catches the ball a whole lot. Pretty much every time he target it, he's going to come down with the catch. It's an interesting move, a very interesting start to free agency. I assume it's only going to get even more weirder. But because it's COVID, because it's coronavirus, we are going to be bringing you as much content as humanly possible because hopefully you guys are inside, you're washing your hands, and you're protecting those at risk in your communities. I'm going to try to provide as much takes, as much hot takes, as much entertainment as humanly possible. So Austin Hooper is the first name to drop. I'm sure we'll probably be back here in your sub boxes sooner than later. I don't know. Obviously, let's be the last little bit about the Browns. We're going to relate to the Eagles. I don't know if Philly's going to be in for like Byron Jones. Their names and Robbie Anderson. These are names that Eagles have been. Obviously, those videos will be a little bit more hype. But the first pin drops with Austin Hooper signing with the Cleveland Browns. What do you guys think about it? If you're an Atlanta fan, if you're a team that desperately needs a tight end, and you see a team like the Cleveland Browns who already have Njoku get an Austin Hooper, are you disappointed? You're hoping your team maybe can find a way to spring for Njoku and develop him? Let me know in the comment section below, especially Brown fans. How do you feel about this move? And we'll be back here shortly whenever the next big name drops. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to stay tuned for all the free agency and draft videos that'll be coming soon, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. Until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.